By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25. Extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Now.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready,
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn. Kill, kill, kill. Turn.
From the gun, Patterson trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now first and 10 at the 20.
Defense on deck. On deck.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
30 base. 5.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Recon, 132 fighter, fight.
On 1st and 10, Patterson. They set up the screen to Chubb. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing on 3rd and long. Patterson, and a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the safety creep. Check safety, check safety.
Hey, high 7.
51, Mike.
Get it.
Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a hole.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Hey, Charlie.
First down,
Throwing on 1st down, Patterson. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And he goes out right around the 39. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Take 4.
Now it's Henry. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
70, Indy. Hey, echo. Mike 5-4.
On first down, Patterson. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Trying to get it to Landry there. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he'll actually All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go! AT Gators! Here it comes!
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Smith!
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
5.
Off the play fake. Patterson. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
X3. 218, chopper.
54.
Shoot.
Throwing again. Patterson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Pull it high. Hey, Alpha. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. It was over 100 yards also. AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him, try and have another award for him, one in this game. But when you look back at last week and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but was also the run after the catch. That's what made it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got it.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Patterson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. And they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Bravo!
From the gun, Patterson eluding the pressure right. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Titans nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Five.
Now Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
First and 10
Ready,
at
break.
the 38-yard line.
53, Mike. Let's go heavy.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He gets it to Humphries. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Henry. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football after being sacked.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ryan Suckup on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Hey, box truck.
Operating from the gun. Patterson is going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between.
He's got a man, complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 41, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Here we go again. 51 to Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
I got one. Hey, Mike 51. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. He's got Smith here. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Hey, exit.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
Now.
Tannehill. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Succop, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
To throw on second down, Patterson, and he's got the hook up to Landry. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
A gain of 15. First down, Browns.
Let's go now. Push the outlaw. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or. Recon, 132 fighter.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Stepping up, he'll try and run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mike's 5-4. Too low.
From the gun on third down, Patterson. He finds Beckham complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Got it.
54. Mike 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get up.
On 1st and 10, Patterson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Patterson escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, they're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. So go.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Hey, watch the lane. Mike 51. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to let this one go deep. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He finds his target, Beckham. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Looking to throw. Patterson. It's caught. Beckham. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, break.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're faced.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before? Accelerating, and off he goes. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Let's go.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ready.
From the gun, Patterson. Caught left side, it's Beckham. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Come on, set.
This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. Off play action. Patterson going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Patterson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
90 Wolf. 54. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Back to the air on 2nd down. Patterson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Throwing on 1st down. Patterson looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 1st down, Patterson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Patterson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with it.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Nashville as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now it's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Here's Tannehill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Yo, go. Hey, Charlie.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, exit.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going.
But try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Look at me. Door.
Here's Tannehill. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Let's go now. 10-2 stuff. Hey, Sam on.
1st and 10 at the 50.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back at the 38-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And again, it's Chubb finding some room at midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
60 out long.
At the 35-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, 4 down. I got 11.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.